Mhm. Oh, it says I'm live. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Be So Light. My name is Felicia, as well as Princess Makala, as well as Niana. It's been a busy day today. So I'm popping on here to talk about the current energy that's going on right now. Energetically, if you are a female, you are feeling a lot of energy within the womb. So, and then if you are a man, you might even feel yourself feeling called to cleanse. You might feel yourself being called to be more out in nature for some reason. You might feel called to put your feet more planted on the earth barefoot, and you just feel like you need to do that. I hope you are listening to that call because what's happening is this is just the message that I've been receiving. Um, the men are getting their signals depending on how awake they are. You know, if you're following your spiritual path and you're doing what is being called for you to do, um, you are finding. Thank you so much for the light. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Here on Be So Light, we speak and we stay in our light, and that's what this is for. So, you might find yourself feeling like you have to go outside. You have to either be with a tree, sit on a rock. You might even have to put your feet in water. Or just put your feet just plainly on dirt soil. There's a reason why. The men are actually going to be activated with pulling in more activated codes through them. And those codes are going to be if you are married or dating a significant other, are going to be within their divine palace. So when it's time to engage in very beautiful connection, love energy, it's going to be coming up through there into the woman. Now, the woman will be receiving those codes within that way. The codes are very high in their frequency right now. So you will be receiving that. And then on top of that, you will be having activations of that. And the reason why this is becoming more and more active is because the fifth dimensional energy requires this sacred union. And in the sacred union of the divine masculine and divine feminine energy, that is what creates the harmony and the balance on the planet. So if you find yourself feeling a little bit like I'm in the mood for love, that's the reason why it's kind of coming up through you. For the women, we are taking in that energy, but it's also coming up through the core matrix of Mother Earth, how that's coming up through the core. Now, it might come to you if you're not with anyone significant, don't panic. Don't feel like you're going to be missing out. Trust me, I didn't miss out on nothing. So you will feel energy coming through that's very divine, very loving. And this is how you know that it's not a negative energy, it's not a bad energy. A negative energy or a um, entity type of energy takes energy from you. It steals it from you. It makes you drained. It makes you feel terrible. It makes you look really drained out. Okay. That's the difference. A divine energy fills you from your water star, earth star, into your root star, all the way up through your chakras, coming all the way up through the center core of you, goes into the higher core of the soul star, all the way up to your stellar star. Once that comes back down into you, it goes down into the DNA and the RNA, hits the mitochondria, really pulling forward that flash of light within you, and it disperses all the way through the body, really anchoring into the vagus nervous system and really bringing that into the center core of the being. And then it expands across the waist and it expands across the chest, opening up that higher heart. So you're going to feel this energy. You're going to feel this coursing of energy down in the Dante, and it's like a wave of energy. It's almost like just feeling like you're just in this place of just feeling like you're just this, especially like this goddess of hi, how are you? That kind of goddess. It's gonna be like ba 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 doom, that kind of goddess. So it's kind of like a goddess with a little bit of a Mae West twist, a little bit of Mae West twist, a little bit of Marilyn Monroe, hmm, a little bit of Janet Jackson, you know, that kind of energy. That, the kind of that energy. That's what it's going to feel like. So it's very, when the codes come in, especially from the male divine masculine energy and then the divine feminine energy, and when the infusion hits, it's just this and you feel that rise up in you. It fills you up, it brings you vitality, it brings you energy. It makes you feel like when you look at yourself in the mirror, you say, "What the hell happened to me?" You feel slimmer. You feel like you're more like, for me, I was holding a lot of adrenaline energy. I could see it in my face. And I was just like, wow, this is crazy. So pay attention to how this coded energy is coming up and rising up in you. It's helping to anchor more of the light on the planet by coming through us. And once you are emanating more of that light expansion, you are resonating it out. You're radiating it out to others. And so others are going to, like a moth burned by the fire, da 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 da, they follow your light. They're flittering around your light because they're drawn to it. So just pay attention to this. If you start feeling like this is happening, if you're single, you're by yourself, just know that this is an energy that also will just kind of come in and it will vibrate with you. It will be with you. You might even have dreams where you feel like you're out in big trees and forest area, and it feels nurturing, it feels beautiful, and you might feel like you're being with very divine beings that are very much light beings. If anytime you start to feel uncomfortable, you can always say in your dreams, you have complete control of your dreams. Say, are you of light? Are you of divineness? Are you of the divine source? If it dream continues, you're in the right place. If all of a sudden it shatters and goes down and goes, does that, then yeah, just say, I don't consent to you. And then that dream will just disappear. That energy will just go bye-bye. So just know that this energy is definitely going to be playing itself out and activating a lot more light energy coming in. So one of the things today I was focusing in on, and I had, it was the weirdest thing. I was having this last month. I kept saying about the Stargate priestess group that I was going to be moving it, and I do have the Patreon up for that, but I'm not starting it just yet. I'm waiting. But I had the original start group in the Facebook group. And then I finally was getting, a couple people just kept saying they weren't getting the videos, they weren't getting the load ups, and things were like delayed, like they didn't get it like till later, and da da da. Da. I'm like, what? So I just said I'm done with that. Facebook right now, I just have my profile. What? That's it. I am not doing any more of my teaching stuff on Facebook because I don't think that's right. That some people were getting some of the stuff and some people were not getting it. And because it's more geared towards kind of like metaverse and all that stuff, I'm not interested in that. And that's just my prerogative. I'm not interested in that. So I'm not interested in bringing that stuff in and dealing with all that. I'm not interested. So I moved them to Signal. I put a group and started my group on the Signal app, and you can design it the way you want. You can put things in there. You can do, share links and do your teachings and stuff. You can put everything in there, and there ain't nobody in there messing with you. There you go. So it was really cool to put it out there in the group and say, hey, I'm moving everybody over. If you are still going to be on this path and finishing this up, and you want to continue this, you have to come over, and I need to put you in a more secure, a more safe group setting where you can feel free. Because I even have one client that didn't even want to go on Facebook for anything, and I was trying to figure out what's the best way to meet her needs. And I said, oh, Signal. Let me just open up everything on Signal. So I went ahead and just started that, because it's like this. The bottom line is, as we evolve, as we get become higher and higher in our vibrations, we have to pick and choose what is aligned with us, what feels good, and there is nothing wrong with that. And it's like this: if lower beings are running lower vibration platforms and doing things that are not in an alignment, why would you want to waste your energy and your time being on that platform? That makes no sense. Why not be adventurous? Why not be open and just move on to something new and do something new? And already, just there was such a positive response because it was newer energy and it's easier, and everybody can get the response. And it was a faster response. I noticed right away. I sent them something out, people got it right away. There was no hesitation. Everybody's on the same page now. So be mindful if you're being guided to be on something, start something different. Now, I'm not saying, for some people, Facebook is where you are, but aren't you kind of tired of when you put stuff out, people are not getting it? They're not getting your info. Some are depending, and then others are not. They're messing with your page. So it's just the way I feel. And going forward, this is how I will be doing this. And a lot of good changes coming up in March. So I'm looking forward to some things. I'm not going to speak of it right now. I'm just going to wait, see how everything unfolds. Yes. All right. So, everyone, please pay attention and really understand if you are feeling those energies and you're feeling that surging. It's because you're really hooked into the matrix codes of Mother Earth, and then the matrix codes of the divine masculine coming down, and it's meeting up with you, shoom, right in the center, and it's such a neat feeling when that is so fully activated. So just know that. What do? Just know that. So be good to yourselves. I just wanted to pop on here. I am going to write about it a little bit more in detail, and I'll put that on my WordPress. I'm trying to stay kind of balanced and focused. I haven't really been writing over there. I've been so busy writing my book, and but I think this is one that I really need to put over there. Now, since I made some adjustments and changes, I'll have some time to really focus in on that. But looking forward to seeing how everybody's doing with this energy that's coming in. Interesting, isn't it? All right. Please let me know how you're doing with the Mystic Water Codes Monday. Every Monday, I show up and I do the Mystic Water Codes. And on Fridays or Saturdays, I talk about the body, the psychological meaning of certain things that happen in the body. Now, this is where it gets a little weird. When I start talking about the body and certain disease things that are happening and giving the psychological meaning of it, people get triggered. They get really triggered. They don't want to hear what's that associated with. You want to know why you don't want to hear what it's associated with? Because it makes you feel like you're getting triggered, and you have to look at it now. You have to pay attention to why is that energy happening in your body. So a lot of people don't want to do that. They just want to keep on bypassing everything. Mm, just keep on bypassing. But you're eventually, sooner or later, you're going to have to face it. You're either going to have to do some soul inner work on that to do some healing. So just know when the psychological part comes up and you need to kind of look at it, instead of allowing it to trigger you, how about this? Allow it to open you up to see what is the hidden cause. And it might require you to go back and visit the root cause of the energy, just so you can release it, or so you can forgive it, or so you can finally just let it go so you can keep moving forward in a good way. I'm just saying, just think about it. But anyway, those are some of the things that are happening and moving along, and it's kind of interesting. So, in closing, I have 2 points I want to bring up, and I'm still researching this. So, Ashira was on yesterday, and her title was Clouds, Making Clouds or something Cloud. And I thought it was really interesting. So I chimed in to listen. And I'm researching this because I found some things and I was like, wow, that's how much it really costs to do this and da 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 da. And she was just talking about it and she said, and it makes sense the way she said it. And I said, yeah, if they really want to follow their plan of how they want to clean up the environment of the earth and everything, they're going to do this, but they're not going to tell you how they're going to pay for all this. So I was just like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. And then today I look outside and it's got this weird cloud coverage going on, but there was a huge ring around the sun. And I was like, wow, look at that, a huge ring around the sun. So we're definitely getting hit with some rays that are coming in. And then I saw that and I was like, yeah, so we're paying for the cloud coverage. We're paying for it through everything. Anything that's inflated, that's how we're paying for that to protect. Now, the way I kind of tie this in too is remember that old movie by Highlander? Is I think it was Highlander 2. And it opens up, and this was kind of weird. I paid attention to the date when I went back and I looked at it to decode it. It says in 2024, what are we in? 2023? In 2024, the dome, electromagnetic dome, has been placed over the planet to keep out the harmful rays. And I was like, and it was dark and rainy looking, dampy looking. Things were out of order, it looked very chaotic. It's on Tubi. Pull it up. Then I started following all the Highlander thing, even this show with Adrian Paul. Anyway, I digress. So, but take a look at that. Take a look at these that movie. Right in the beginning, it tells you what was happening on the planet, what they had to do to fix it. And I'm like, huh, interesting. Very interesting. So I'm still researching some stuff. I want to really research that. Um, and then in my last closing is I saw the report on Ohio. I had to kind of go through YouTube and look at the derailment and then the toxic spill, the gas from the in Ohio where the trains wreck. So I'm looking at that and I was like, wow, interesting how that happened. And then the first pictures they put up were the men wearing the white suits, white cover thing, and then the mask things. The house bodysuit stuff has. And I said, wait a minute, isn't that the same thing that they were wearing in the Super Bowl? Hmm. Just saying. It was kind of interesting to see that. I was like, wait a minute. Hmm. So just pay attention. We got some crazy xenomorph stuff going on. You know what I mean by when I say xenomorph. All right. Anyway, everyone be good to yourself. Be so light. Be in your light. Stay strong in your light. Love and nurture yourself. You are worthy. You are loved. You are sacred. You are divine. You are connected to source. You are that divinity of that. And don't forget it. Be good to yourselves. Nourish yourself. Eat well. Drink good water. Sleep well. Yeah, be good to yourself. And that's a wrap. In a four, three, two, one. Bye.